Coming to you live from the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California, and all across the world, psychic, medium, and energetic healer Sheena Metal brings you Messages from Spirit.
Hi, I'm Sheena Metal, and welcome to Messages from Spirit, only on PARAPOD TV. Welcome. This is our first show on our brand new network, PARAPOD TV, and we're so excited to be here, to have moved to this fabulous new streaming network, and to be here doing this show every Wednesday at 2 o'clock Pacific time. So as I said before, my name is Sheena Metal. I'm a real psychic, and every week on the show, I talk to real people who ask real questions, and then I work to get real answers from spirit, source, higher power, God energy, universe, and hopefully we provide some real answers and some real healing to folks. And that's what we do here every week, and I love it. I'm a psychic medium. I'm an energetic healer. I have a private practice here in Los Angeles with a clientele all around the world, and I'm honored to be here every week with you. This week I want to talk a little bit about accountability. I find that as I get older, as I put more years on the earth, accountability has become more and more important to me. And it's such an easy thing to do, right? Take responsibility for what you've done. If you've done something not great, if you've been unkind to someone, if you have not told the truth about something, if you've not showed up where you were supposed to be and done your thing, you know what? It's not the end of the world. All you have to do is be accountable for it. And there's so many wonderful ways to be accountable. Say you're sorry, make amends, fix what you didn't do and do it. It's so easy, but we have this thing, and I think it's because as earthbound beings, we are raised to go get yours and take yours and look out for number one, and it's all about you, and don't ever back down and don't ever admit you're wrong. That when we get in a situation where we clearly have screwed something up, instead of just stopping, walking it back and fixing it before it becomes a big deal, we hold on to this idea of, no, I'm never going to admit it, and I'm not going to talk about it, and I didn't do it, and I did nothing wrong, and we take no accountability. And what happens then is that the issues that are built up between you and whomever you have not been accountable to, whether it's another person, yourself, a situation, an entity, like a business, or the universe itself, God, energy, spirit, it just compounds, and it gets like a snowball rolling down a hill. It gets bigger and it gets bigger and it's bigger. And as it gets bigger, it becomes more and more difficult to fix, because the farther you walk away from it, the longer it takes to walk it back. So when you're in a situation where you believe you've done something that wasn't great, take accountability for yourself. And if you're dealing with another human being that has done something maybe to you or to someone you love, or you just know they've done something and you need them to take accountability, tell them. Don't bury it inside and stuff it down. Don't get upset and walk away and let it fester. Just tell them, I'm very unhappy that you did this, and I need to talk about it. And that latter is something I'm extremely guilty of, as I was raised by a strong, tough, proud Irish Scorpio mother who, when something upset her, she just stuffed it down and kept going, kept moving, kept surviving. But all of that stuff built up. And I realized that as an adult, and even as a child, as I followed that pattern, the same thing happened in me until a ball of unresolved gunk exploded inside of me. And I realized it was time for me to begin to heal. And how easier it would have been if I had just gone to that person or this situation and said, hey, this is not okay. My heart is hurting, and I need you to take accountability for this. Does that make sense? That's all you need. It's all it takes. That's something to think about. And today, throughout the show, as I speak to folks, and even after we're done here today, throughout the week and the weekend, I would like you to think to yourself, what do I need to take accountability for? And who needs to be accountable to me? And try to resolve these situations to make more peace in your life. I would love it if you would do that for me. And now I would like to deliver to someone a message from Spirit. Hi.
Well, hello there.
So
How's my
wonderful.
girl?
I'm good. It's so wonderful to see you. Who are you and where are you from in the world?
My name is Diane, and I am in Idaho, Idaho Falls, Idaho.
Beautiful, beautiful Idaho. What's your question for me today, sweetie?
Well, I struggled with this very badly, and it came to me in the middle of the night, and I've still struggled with it, but I keep coming back to the same question.
Okay.
It sounds kind of funny to me, but I'm going to ask it. I was wondering if Spirit would tell you how many lives I've lived.
Oh, you're starting right out with a biggie, Diane. You're not
I
playing.
knew that.
Okay.
She's going to kill me. I thought she's going to kill me. But this is what I kept, it kept coming to me. It came to me in the middle of the night in my sleep.
Okay, you have been here 17 times.
Oh my gosh.
No one's ever asked me this question before. Even in a past life regression session, nobody has asked me this question before. You
Yeah.
have lived 17 times and your first life was in the 500s, 500 AD-ish.
Wow. Well, that's why,
Time.
that must be why since a child, I've always felt like I had an old soul.
Yes, and why sometimes you're like, you know what? I'm sick of this place.
Well, I am.
Because you've been here for a long time, baby. And sometimes you're just like, man, that's 1,500 years too long, and I'm sick of this place.
I've said that a few times.
But you got to keep the faith, honey, and keep coming back because you're getting it right. Every time you get it a little more right. And someday when you no longer have to be here in this earthbound plane, then you'll be at home, which is what I call heaven home. And you'll be helping to run the universe and helping to provide answers for other people who are coming back again and again and wondering why they have to keep coming and what the story is. So you're doing great, and I'm with you, and everything's going to be okay. A few more lives to go. A few more to go.
Aw.
Sorry.
Well,
sorry
thank
to deliver the bad news this early in the show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Diane.
Thanks.
What a great question to start with. And I always want to thank Diane and everybody who goes first on the show. Because what happens is a lot of the folks that are going to be on the show now are in our green room waiting. And it's always hard to be the one that goes first because now everybody in the green room is going to be like, oh, okay, I saw how Diane did it. It's going to be easier for me. But whoever goes first has to kind of really be on the celestial chopping block. And I appreciate that, sweetheart. You're wonderful. Fantastic. All right, that's a very great question. And like I said, I don't think anybody in all the while I've had my practice or a speaking engagement or workshops has ever asked me that question. How many lives have I had? I don't tap into my own. I don't want to know. I didn't know Spirit would give me an answer, but it came super clear. So I guess Spirit does want you to know how many lives. So what a great question. Thank you, Diane. Who wants a message from Spirit? Here we go, friends. Hi.
Hey, Sheena, how you doing?
How are you, my friend? It's nice to see your face.
It is always good to see your face, and I'm not just watching on my phone on TikTok now. I get to see you live. That's so awesome.
I have grown beyond the TikTok, my friend.
You're real. You're not just an image in a phone.
Tell me who you are and where you're coming from in the world.
I am Dan Leonard, and I am coming from Santa Clarita, California.
Beautiful. Did you know that the network we're on, PARAPOD, their very first festival was this April in Santa Clarita.
Well, look at that. We were connected.
So you'll have to come next year.
100%. Absolutely.
What's your question for me today, sweetie?
Well, I am married with 2 dogs, the whole thing. And we are about to embark on a big change in our life.
Okay.
We are moving.
Yes.
And I guess my question, because there's so many things I'd love to ask about dead relatives and stuff, but my big thing is with this move, will my wife, my kids, myself, and our careers be better like we think that it's going to be from doing this big move?
Yeah. Are you moving to the middle of the country?
To Arizona.
Oh, okay. So more inland. I saw landlocked. That I saw something that was more landlocked. Yeah, yes. I mean, I think there will be definitely a missing of the energetic essence of Southern California.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like for the last 5, 6, 7 years, there's been so much struggle, Dan. You've really
Yes.
been struggling. And a lot of that struggle has been work, career, finances.
Yeah,
And you just
100%.
sort of feel like you're running on the hamster wheel trying to make it work all the time. And so you're not really getting to enjoy a quality of life because there's so much holding your breath from minute to minute, hoping you're just going to get to stay alive and where you are. That you just
Yeah.
feel like your life is moving along and you never get to really enjoy it.
No matter how much work, it's like, oh, I'm good. Nope, nope, suck it. It's pulling
Yeah.
me, yeah, all the time.
Yeah. And I feel like you're going to find a lovely place in Arizona. And there's going to be a real feeling for all of you of being able to breathe. Because I just think, and being able to actually go and do something like take a weekend trip or, spend a day at a concert or go see a movie double feature at the movie theater and not feel like you have to be guilty in doing so because you should be
Yeah,
home
that's
trying to make that bottom line.
that's exactly how we feel like, oh, this is fun, but tomorrow when I do my checkbook,
Yeah,
it's gonna suck.
exactly. So everything you do that provides an emotional and spiritual respite, Dan, is also making you feel guilty. Like, oh, I really shouldn't be doing this because this should really go to the gas bill. So I feel like there's
Yeah.
going to be a nice break from that. And that's going to be such a good thing for you because you need to live. Like, it's great to survive. We need that, obviously. And that's
Yes.
the ultimate goal. And it's great to have a career and be motivated. But I think you get to a point in your life where you think, okay, this is all well and good, but when am I enjoying my life on this planet?
Yeah.
And that's part of life too, is you're supposed to be able to have good human experiences here and enjoy stuff and not feel knotted up inside all the time. So I think it's going to be beautiful. I feel like it's a long time coming. And I sort of think about the middle of the country and Spirit's doing this to me again. At one point, was there a possible move to the middle of the country?
Yes, we were thinking about moving where I grew up to Illinois.
Right. Chicago is what I kept saying. Yeah.
Yes, we
Okay.
were thinking about moving there, but as much as I love Illinois and it has the best food ever, but I wanted to be close to LA and Vegas,
Yes.
and I
Yep.
didn't want a flight to keep me there. I want to be able to just
Yes.
go there real fast if I need to.
And that's what Spirit said. It's important for you to stay close to LA for career.
Right, exactly, yeah.
But you need to be someplace where you can enjoy your life. So go and enjoy your life, sweetie. It's going to be wonderful.
Thank you, Sheena Metal. You're the best.
Thanks for being here, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Bye, sweetie. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, man, you got to enjoy your life. It's part of why we're supposed to be here, to enjoy. Sometimes it just feels good to take the phone off and I said to Spirit last night, I'm phone's off. I'm having some me time. So phone's off. And interestingly enough, nobody came after me for a reading. It's not like I got back to my phone and there were people saying, how come you didn't pick up? I needed you tonight. And the 2 nights before, I had been with clients doing sessions until, one night till 2:30 and one night till 3:30 in the morning. But last night I just said, I need this time. And I turned on this meditation channel that my Alexa found for me. And I put on some candles and I burned some incense and I sat with the cat and I had some me time. And it was important, even for me, who's in service all the time. You need that time to recharge. And it's so important to have that. So congratulations, Dan. I hope you have a wonderful time in Arizona and please stay in touch. And I'm ready to give somebody else another message from Spirit. Hi.
Hi, Sheena. And a virtual hug and hello to Colin.
Oh, to my baby Colin. Yeah, he doesn't get to be here during these shows because he's a scoundrel. So he's outside right now. I can hear him going, me, me. I can see his little face is out there just like, Mommy, you made a mistake and closed the door. Cullen is my cat. If you're watching, you can find him on Instagram at Cullen the Cat Official. Sweetheart, what's your name and where are you from in the world?
I'm Darlene Gotch, and I am from Port Huron, Michigan.
Beautiful. Okay, wonderful. And what's your question for me today?
Okay, my daughter, I can't call her because her phone has been changed.
Okay.
I have tried writing her some notes, sending her little gifts, but she's not responding back. So
Yeah.
my question is, what do I need to do, or what is preventing her from contacting me?
You just need to give her time. Your daughter has an interesting thing going on in her personality where, and you probably know this from when you were in contact. In the spiritual community, we call it your story, right? It's the story you tell about yourself. And it's not always the story, but it's your story. It's your truth, which isn't always the truth. And the story your daughter tells herself is that she always gets the short end of the stick. Everybody always messes with her. Nobody values her. Nobody cares about her feelings. Everybody uses her and screws her over, and it's never her time and to have her own sense of self-worth. And so she's kind of goes through life with this kind of attitude, like somebody's done something to her. And somewhere along the line, it became you, right? You had done something to her in her mind.
All right.
So right now, this is what she needs. She needs time. I think if you want to keep sending her little gifts or reminders, hey, I'm here when you need me. I love you. I wouldn't ask to see her. I would just send things that said simply, I'm thinking about you. I'm wishing you the best. I'm hoping you're having a great life. Let her have the time and space because, Darlene, it's a problem that's not going to get fixed until that thing clicks over in her brain where she realizes that her perspective is off. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Because it really is, sweetheart. It's a her problem.
Okay.
But until she realizes that, and one day she will let her guard down enough to, as the Christians would say, let in the light of God, right? Let spirit in, and spirit will run in and go, hey, hate to break it to you, but it's a you thing. And this is what we pray for her, right? And she will realize that her perspective has been off, and she will just tweak it a little tiny bit. And then suddenly she'll open herself up and see that everybody loves her again.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
I know the waiting is hard, honey, and I'm with you.
Oh, yes.
I know how hard it must be. And I have people in my life that I'm waiting for that perspective switch to happen. But you can't fix people. You have to let them allow spirit to work to fix them in a co-collaboration, right? But you're going to be okay. And I'm sending you so much love. And you look beautiful on camera.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. And I'll pass on Cullen's love. I'll give Cullen a hug.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Don't forget, everybody, everywhere I'm on social media, @Sheena Metal. And right now that's Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and X, formerly Twitter. You got to say it, right? You have to always say it like that, X. And don't forget that if you want to be a guest on the show, send me a text message, 818-437-0886. And that's also the number that you use if you'd like to contact me about booking a private session. And if you'd like to learn more about me, SheenaMetalSpiritual.com is my website. And don't forget to visit Cullen on Instagram, Cullen the Cat, at @Cullen the Cat official. And I would try to describe to you how cute he is, but I can't because you have to actually see him with your own eyes. There is a video of him eating chicken up there now. And also he just got a new water fountain because his water fountain broke and it was the end of the world. So please check him out because he's a sweet baby. Cullen the Cat official on Instagram or cullenthecat.com. And I'm ready to do another message from Spirit. Oh, really quick before we do that, I just want to say about what Darlene said. It's so important. If somebody won't let you in, you can't keep pushing. You have to release the hold, right? If you love something, set it free. If it was meant to be, it will come back. I said that reversed. If it comes back, it will be meant to be. I messed up the rhyme. You really have to do that. Give someone space and let them figure it out and they will be back. All right. Who wants a message from Spirit? Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm good. I am Stacy, and I'm from the Bronx in New York City.
Beautiful. Hi, Stacy from the Bronx. How are you? What's your question for me, sweetheart?
Well, I've been going through the longest divorce ever because of COVID.
No.
Everything got prolonged,
Of
and
course.
so he pretends that he doesn't work. No child support. He took my car. He's been, possession of the house. He's been getting away with everything just because everything keeps getting pushed to the side because court's so far behind. So I guess my question is, when is it my turn? Like, when do I get to meet the guy of my dreams that's great for me? And, where do I find him?
Right. Okay. So first of all, and I hope this answer doesn't make you go, you have to get through this divorce. Don't meet anybody while this divorce is happening, because part of you energetically is still stuck in the divorce, which is totally normal. The energy of the divorce circles around you, right? So
Right.
get through this divorce till it's 100% legally done. And then
trial is October 11th.
Beautiful. Then give yourself about 6 months to heal. And then somebody will be coming in. And during that time, really fall in love with yourself. It's okay to be kind of white knuckling it till the divorce is over. When the divorce is actually over, have a 6-month love affair with you, and really treat yourself the way you want someone to come in and treat you. And then watch how it happens. And I know it's hard sometimes, because when we're going through hard things like divorce or personal crisis, or, we just broke up with a narcissist, or whatever the story is, we always want someone else to come in then and make it better. Yeah. But the truth is that from an energetic perspective, that's not really the right time for someone to come in, sweetheart, because you attract the wrong kind of person when you're in chaos, or you have the negative residual energy around you from that other person, right? So you got to get through that, be done with it, heal yourself, and then in the new one will come. Okay, Stacy?
Thank you so much.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Just hoping that I get this divorce, or at least that part of it starts to go my way.
Yes, it will. That's going to be fine. That's going to be the easy part. Then you heal you. All right, hon?
Thank you so much.
Take care, darling. Wonderful to talk to you.
You too. Loves and kisses to you and your kitty cat.
Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, I see. This is going to be Cullen Appreciation Day. He's going to be so happy. I'll play it back for him.
He's the mascot.
He sure is. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, honey. A lot of my people call themselves metalheads because of my last name. So we call him either Baby Metalhead or the Littlest Metalhead. I think that's even in his bio on his Instagram page, that he is the littlest metalhead. I think he's the biggest metalhead. I think he's my biggest fan, because he just follows mommy around all day long, looking for things for us to do together. He's a good boy, and he's wonderful. So, I know it's so hard, because we really want that person to come in and save us when we are feeling at our lowest. And I know it's so hard to say this, and I know it hurts so many hearts, and I'm so sorry, but bringing somebody in at your lowest is like the worst thing that you can do. Because first of all, sometimes you attract people who prey on folks that are at their lowest. So that's part of the problem. And then another part of the problem is that you are in a broken place. And sometimes maybe that could be the best relationship of your life. But because you brought it in a time when you were in crisis, you're not ready for it. So you inadvertently mess it up. And then sometimes you can't get it back. So it's better to wait until you're in your best place. Does that make sense? That's what I want for you, my friends. I want you to be happy. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be in your best place. And now I want a message from Spirit. So let's give somebody a message. Oh, I want to deliver one. I want one. Where's my message from Spirit? I want to give someone a message from Spirit. Sorry, I'm so thirsty today. Hi.
Hey, girl.
How are you, sweetheart?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. It's so good to have you here. Who are you and where are you from in the world?
I'm Jackie, and I'm from Katy, Texas.
I love that. Where in Texas is Katy?
It's a suburb of Houston.
Oh, wow. So you're way down south,
Oh,
hanging off the end of the continent down there.
yes, ma'am.
What's your question for me today, sweetheart?
Okay, my question is, when my youngest daughter was young, she
Okay.
always saw eyes in the bathroom and in her bedroom.
Okay.
Not like in the corners of the wall in the ceiling. And she still remembers it. And not just a couple eyes, like a whole bunch of eyes. She always freaked out about it. She now has a 2.5-year-old daughter.
Okay.
My granddaughter now sleeps in her bedroom that she was little.
Okay.
And now my granddaughter, which is 2.5, she's
Okay.
not quite talking, but she's saying hello to the ceiling in the bedroom and the bathroom. Do I got ghosts in my house?
Oh, honey, hell yes. Yes, you got ghosts in your house. You have a daughter and a granddaughter who have sensitivity. Your granddaughter is at that ripe age where she's still more, her personality is still more of home than it is of the earth. So at that time, little ones like 4 and under, they see everything. They see all the stuff that like your cat sees, your dog sees, all the stuff. So yeah, and you've got ghosts, and you specifically, they're not necessarily ghosts in the sense that they are
Spirit.
somebody who died in the house, but they are definitely interdimensional um, spirits that visit that home through a porthole that is in the, how do I describe this? It's in the wall between the bedroom and the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Because the bedroom and the bathroom are next to each other, right?
Yes. Correct.
Okay. So if the
Same
if
corner.
like if here's the bedroom wall and here's the bathroom wall, right?
Right.
Where am I doing this? Okay, like this. There's an area like this, like a cone-shaped porthole, and this place right here at the bottom would be the walls. And so those things just drift on in, and they're fascinated with the little ones. And they manifest either as just a dark figure with eyes, or sometimes in the dark you can only see the eyes, and they're a little bit glowy. And I don't think these entities realize that they're as scary as we think they are, but when you just see 2 eyes floating in the dark, that's pretty terrifying,
Well,
especially to little ones.
the baby's mother would see several, not just 2 eyes, like eyes, like multiple sets of eyes.
Yeah, right. What's all those figures? Did she ever see the black figures attached to them, or just the eyes?
She only sat there and said eyes.
Okay.
Especially when she took it when I threw her in the bath. And I've been
Yeah.
thinking about my grandparents, and the weird thing about it is I only knew one of my grandparents because the other 3 either passed away way before I was born, or passed away when I was too young to remember. And I was wondering if that was them or I don't know. But I don't have a relationship with them because I didn't know them, you
Right,
know.
right. No, I mean, I think they have popped in to check on you, certainly, but these eyes in the ceiling, that's not normally how grandma and grandpa don't come through, like eyes in the ceiling. That's a little creepy. And
About
some interdimensional. So if you imagine the universe being like a Rubik's cube, right? So first of all, there's the Earth, right? And we know it's round and it spins. And we know if you go in a rocket ship up to the solar system, we know what's there. And we're beginning to see and think about what's beyond our solar system into our galaxy. And all that's real. That's all biological stuff. Like if you wanted to, you could, please don't, you could touch the sun, you could touch the moon, you could touch Jupiter. But then energetically, there's this Rubik's cube, right? With all the different dimensions. And you literally could, if you could take a step to the left and be in one, and you could take a step to the right and be in another one, and you could go up and be in another one. And there are some species of beings that are just watchers. And I don't know why, because that's above my pay grade, but they just like to go from dimension to dimension. They're especially fascinated with biological dimensions where they're earthbound beings of some kind, not earthbound, planetary bound beings. And they like to just peep. And I don't know what the purpose is, if it's some kind of like science experiment for them, or they're just weird and curious, but they exist. So you don't want to be scared of them. They're not going to hurt you, and they're not here to like suck out your soul or do something bad to you, but they do like to watch.
I
And it
do.
can be a
I,
little creepy.
I told both my daughter and my granddaughter we wave at them.
Good, 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 good. Yes. Yeah. And also protect yourself with crystals. And, you know, it's not a bad idea to sage your house a little bit and to set the intentions of, look, if you guys want to peep, we can't stop you, but how about no peeping when we're at night and we don't want to see you because it's creepy and it's especially scaring the kids.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sweetheart. You're wonderful.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
You bet. Well, yeah, you know, that's the thing. Thank you so much for that, Jackie. Sometimes the interdimensionals, the watchers, sometimes, you know, we're always being watched, right? By spirits, by our spirit guides, by our angelics, by universe, God energy, our dead loved ones, like our guiding spirits. Like we've got all kinds of peeping and looking, aliens, but you know, some are just really creepy and peepy, and they're unnerving. So, yeah, it's a little scary. But it's the way it is. So, I'm ready for another message from Spirit. Let's do it.
Hi, Sheena.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
It's great to see you. Who are you? Where are you from in the world?
Gail Reynolds. I'm from Centralia, Illinois.
Beautiful. Oh, Gail. So, Gail, we tried to have you last week, but you were at the farmer's market.
Yeah.
And there was some man yelling in the background about half-price melons or something. And we could hear you. You don't realize, right, until you're out in public, just how loud people are.
Yeah.
When you're trying to be on your camera and people in the background are so loud.
They really are. I planned on being back at the hotel because I was actually in New York, and I planned on being back, and it just didn't work out as planned.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. All right. So, what's your question for me, sweetie?
So my question is there any messages that my dad has for me?
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's around you a lot. Do you have a specific question for him? He says there's a question you've been wanting to ask him. What is it?
Did he wait for me to leave the room to pass?
Yeah, he's laughing and saying, I'm just like a cat. I waited till she left and then I died. He didn't want you to see it. Is that a discussion that you had before he died, that he didn't want you to see it?
Sort of. He told me that he didn't think that I would be able to handle his passing in a lot of ways. So, like he didn't want me to have to make the decision to take him off of life support if he was on life support and things like that. So, you know, I was hanging around in his room and he kept his heart rate kept dropping and things like that. And then it's like, as soon as he heard my voice, he would come right back. And it was just me and my mom in there. And once I left the room, she said I couldn't have even made it to the elevator, and he was gone.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, he was just waiting, and he was a very prideful person, right? And a very strong person. And it was very hard when his body weakened. You know, his body weakened to a place, and that made him very, very uncomfortable. And he he just didn't want you to see it. He's saying in retrospect, it wasn't really as ugly as he thought it was going to be, but he had this big concern actually from the time that he had the talk with Spirit and realized that he was actually going to pass. He had this horrible fear that it was going to be this horribly ugly, terrible thing. And he was so scared that you'd never be able to get it out of your mind.
Yeah, I believe that. He was always worried about, me and my kids and my mom and things like that. He was very selfless.
Yes. And even in death, right? And that's the thing when he laughed about being like a cat. That's the thing that cats and dogs will do, right? They'll wait till you take them to the vet, and then they'll die at the vet because they don't want you to see it. Or they'll just run away and run off into the hills and never come back because they don't want you to see it. And he very much had that same kind of thing where it was embarrassing to him that you would see something that was awful or ugly.
Yeah.
And mostly he was worried about the emotional repercussions of you never being able to unsee it. And I'm going to say honestly to you, sweetheart, that I watched my mother die. I was there when she took her last breath. And you do never forget it. I mean, it is in that look on her face, it will be stuck in my brain forever. Mm-hmm. And maybe that, maybe he did you a favor, right?
Right.
So know that he loves you and he visits you and he wants you to remember him strong and happy and laughing and as he was alive, right? That's what he wants.
Okay.
All right. Take care, sweetheart. My heart is with you.
I appreciate that very much. And it was so nice to see you.
Lovely to see you too. Thank you for being here. And we'll do this again.
Give my love to Cullen.
I will, sweetie. Thank you. Take care.
You too.
This show is officially going to be called the Cullen Appreciation Show because it's all about Cullen. Thank you so much, sweetheart.
We all love him.
He's such a good boy. I want to say a special thanks too to some special people. My wonderful engineer and producer, Emery, who is my rock and my rock star. We couldn't do this show without him. And also special thanks to my lovely friend, Paul, who's helped us along the way with some editing and some technical stuff and will continue to. And then, of course, there is only one Tony Sweet, the owner of Parapod TV. He's also the owner of 2 radio networks, UBN Go and LGBTQI Go. And soon the founder of a beautiful nonprofit that's coming. He's also the founder of the annual Parapod Festival that I had the honor to speak at in April. Thank you all for letting us be here at Parapod TV, making us part of your family. We're so thrilled. And if you want to be a guest on the show, 818-437-0886. That's my cell. Send me a text. All right. So who wants a message from Spirit? Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Sweetheart? It's so good to hear from you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
I'm so glad you're here. Tell everybody who you are and where you're from.
I'm Nicole, and I am from Piscataway, New Jersey.
Oh, beautiful. All right. Tri-State representing. Me too. New Haven, Connecticut. Tri-State.
Yes,
girl.
there you go.
Awesome. So what's your question for me today, sweetie?
Okay. So my question for you is, I've been through the ringer and back, and I am kind of stuck right now, and I wanted to know, when am I going to find a place to live?
Okay. First of all, right, as frustrating as it is from minute to minute, Nicole, that this transition overall is going to be a very good thing for you.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Sure. I said, overall, this transitionary period is going to be a good thing for you.
Okay.
It's hard, and I know it sucks.
Yeah.
But what the strength in character that has built in you, the openness it's built in you, the gentleness it's built in you, are all things that are going to benefit you throughout the rest of your life, right?
Yeah.
So I just want you to know that. It looks like you will be seated somewhere by the end of the year. I see you at the end of the year really firmly planted somewhere where you're not leaving for a while. So it looks
Okay.
like maybe October, beginnings of
Okay.
October, you're going to start to feel some ideas, some movement for where you're going.
Okay.
And then within the next couple of months, you'll be settled and you're going to be so much happier. I know it's hard to not
It
really have
is.
a home base, right?
Right. Exactly. Oh, that makes me feel good.
I'm glad. I'm so glad, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Also start to visualize the place that you want to go. Like where do you want to be? Like what kind of place do you want to be in? And it's okay to shoot for the sky. You don't have to
Okay.
dummy it down to I'd take a cot in the alley. You know what I mean?
Right,
Because
right, right.
are you going to get exactly what you asked for? No, probably not. But you're going to
No.
get some things that you asked for. And the thing about
Right.
spirit is that universe is such a mirror that if you don't ask for what you want, it's not coming. So it's so important that you tell universe, this is where I want to live. And maybe that's not going to be this place, or maybe that'll be the place a year down the road or 2 years down the road.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you also have to
Absolutely.
make a lot of peace with where you are right now.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Yes. Oh, absolutely.
That will help you to move to the next place.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
You have to sort of wrap up where you are to move to the next thing.
Okay.
And you will do that. All right? I have such faith in you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay?
All right. Thank you, Sheena.
All right, sweetheart.
It was
Thank you
good
so
seeing
much.
you.
I'm so proud of you, honey. Good
Thank
things
you.
are coming. Next year's going to be so much better. It's good to see you too. All right, honey. Take care. It's really important that we set intentions for where we want to be. And it's really important that we make peace with where we are right now. Does that make sense to all of you? You need to make peace with where you are right now. Not be resentful, like, oh, this sucks. This whole situation sucks. I hate where I am and it sucks. Because universe is a mirror and universe is a direct reflection of you. And all universe is hearing over and over again is, it sucks, it sucks, it sucks, it sucks. And then they're like, oh, okay, I guess it sucks. So we're just going to leave you where you are and go work on somebody else. You need to be setting the intention. I want to be in a house. I want to be in a place that's clean. I want air conditioning. I want good bathrooms. I want great Wi-Fi. I want a view of something. But then you also have to say, I'm thankful to be where I am right now. I'm thankful to whoever's putting me up on their couch. I'm thankful I'm not in the street. I'm thankful I ate today. Because we forget sometimes to be thankful for where we are. We're always trying to hang on to that vision board, right? And we're forgetting to be thankful for where we are now, because it could be so much worse than where you are now. And you need to remember that. It's good to be thankful. Be thankful, stay thankful, live in a place of gratefulness. So important, so important, so important. All right. Please come and be a guest on the show. I would love that so much. Send me a text message, 818-437-0886. That's 818-437-0886. I would love it. Also find out more about me at my website, sheenametalspiritual.com. That's sheenametalspiritual.com. And find me on social media. There's so much going on. So I do a weekly talk show on the KGRA Digital Broadcasting Network, where I interview guests. And I also do 3 live psychic broadcasts on social media, where I just do quick readings. And that is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4:00 Pacific time, all over my social media, which is just Sheena Metal, no extra letters or spaces or numbers, just Sheena Metal on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and X, formerly Twitter. And I have another new radio show coming. I do 2 radio shows a week for Live Paranormal Radio Network through iHeartRadio.com. I do Raising the Vibration on Tuesdays and Haunted Playground on Thursdays at 3:00 p.m. And I'm adding a new radio show in the next month. And then hopefully in the month after that, maybe Halloween month, I'm adding another show here for Parapod TV. So lots going on with me. And of course, I see a lot of clients. I do a lot of readings, a lot of energetic healings. I have all different kinds of services you can find on my website at sheenametalspiritual.com. And of course, you can always contact me on my phone, which is the easiest way to get a hold of me, 818-437-0886. And if you're out of the United States and Canada, you can hit me up on WhatsApp, 1-818-437-0886. And until I see you next time, loves, seek peace, live in love, lead with kindness, embrace unity, always work to raise your own energetic vibration and the vibration of the everything. Make friends, because when you grow your vibe, you grow your tribe. And most importantly, remember that you are love, and you are loved, and you're loved by me. And I love you all so much. Every Wednesday at 2:00 Pacific time, we're right here only on Parapod TV. It's Messages from Spirit. I'm Sheena Metal. And you know what? Stay happy and healthy, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for being here. Thanks to all the people that asked questions today. I love you all.
Mm-hmm.